back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super crazy. I'm about to tell you about one of my psycho crazy classmates and how I literally feared for my life in school. So let's go and jump into this video. Let's go. Alright you guys, so this is going to be such a hard story for me to tell because I still get chills just thinking about this story. This was definitely one of the most scariest moments of my life, and to think that I was trapped in this situation is crazy. So this entire story started when I was in the 11th grade, and when you're in school, you never know what's going to happen throughout the day. It's like you're in this building and anything can happen. So when I was in this one class, there was this kid. He was super quiet. He never talked to anyone, and every single day that he came to school, he would always wear the color black, and he also would wear this really big puffy jacket to school. It didn't matter what the weather was outside, he always had this jacket on. So every time I walked into my classroom, I would walk past his desk and he would literally sit there and stare me in my eyes. I'm talking about making eye contact like it wasn't nothing. So I would walk past him and I would act like I would never see him and never look his way, but I could see him out of my corner of my eye staring at me. So I knew something was really wrong with this kid. I just never knew what was going to happen whenever I was around him. So then one day I get to my class really early, and when I open the door and walk inside, there's literally nobody in the classroom. The teacher is not in there, none of the students is in there, literally nobody. It's just me by myself in this classroom. I walk inside the classroom, I go to the back of the class and I sit down. As I'm sitting there, you guys, the door opens and in walks the crazy guy. He walks inside of the classroom with his book bag in front of him, literally grabbing onto his book bag really tight. I'm looking at him like, oh my god, like what the heck is this kid about to do? I felt like he had something in this backpack, or he was about to do something, and nobody knew what was about to happen but me, because I was in there alone with this kid. As we were sitting inside of this classroom, I'm literally freaking out because I knew he was crazy. I knew something was wrong with this kid, and he's sitting there with his backpack in his chair, just grabbing onto this backpack really tight, as if he is trying to protect something that's inside of this backpack. All of the other kids, they start walking into the classroom one by one. Every single kid that walked into this classroom, the crazy boy was sitting in the front of the class, staring at each and every single one of them. So then that's when the teacher finally walked into the classroom. When he walks inside, he stands in the front of the class and he starts talking to the class about history. Now, every single person in this classroom was focusing on the teacher except for the crazy boy. The crazy boy is sitting in his seat with his hood on, looking down. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the heck is he doing? Like, why is he not focusing on the teacher? So then as the teacher is still talking, all I see is the crazy boy turn around and look at the boy that's in the back of him. He gets up, walks over to the boy that's in the back of him, goes up to him, reaches his hand into his backpack, pulls out a really long kitchen knife, and he hits the boy right into his arm. At this moment, everybody in the room jumps up, starts screaming, runs out of the room, and as I'm running out of the classroom, I turn around to look behind me, and all I see is the crazy boy standing over the guy that he just stabbed, and the boy is holding his arm and blood is just coming out. I just remember being so scared for my life, because what if he's going to stab everyone else next? I'm running out of this classroom, running really fast, going down the hall. I ran so fast that I realized that all of my other classmates had went other ways. People were running all different types of directions. So I was too scared to be by myself, so I turned around and started walking back towards the classroom to try to find some of my classmates. So as I'm walking back to the classroom, I see my teacher and the crazy boy walking out of the classroom. As they're walking towards me, the teacher is literally grabbing this boy so tight so that he can't get away, and my teacher is like, what is going on with you? Why would you stab him? Why would you do this? The crazy boy looks at my teacher and he's like, he shouldn't have looked at me wrong. Why would he look at me wrong? It was at that moment that I realized, like, you're really not safe in school. Anything can seriously happen. And that was one of the most terrifying days of my life, because it took a really long time for the police to actually show up to the school, and I was in such close contact with this crazy kid, and at any moment it could have been me. I could have been the one that he attacked. So that's all for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, I love you guys oh so very much. Thank you so much for watching.